Biur Mishnah Zayin. The explanation for Mishnah Zayin. So before we get to Mishnah Zayin, we discussed it a little bit before. Since I'm allowed to go shecht on Yom Tov, to go slaughter on Yom Tov, I might think, I need a knife. So maybe I'm allowed to what? Go make a knife on Yom Tov. So I can shecht. Right? If the sages allow me to go shecht on Yom Tov, to go slaughter on Yom Tov, for slaughtering you need a knife, so maybe I'm allowed to make a knife on Yom Tov in order to slaughter. And what does it mean? So how do I make a knife? I need the iron. So maybe I'm allowed to go mine now, the iron on Yom Tov. And how do you iron? You need, what do you call it? A pickaxe. So maybe I'm allowed to make a pickaxe to iron on Yom Tov. It says, how far back do you want to go? Yeah, you're never going to, and to make the pickaxe, maybe I'm allowed to make something maybe I'm allowed to go to the forest to chop wood so I can get the handle for the pickaxe. It says, so maybe I'm allowed to seed the tree, it never ends. So it says, where does it think? So it says like this. First of all, so the first rule is like this. If you don't have a knife, you're not allowed to shecht. But the question is, what if I do have a knife? But we know the rules of halacha. Before you shecht, you need to do what? You need to sharpen it. So I have a knife and it's not sharpened. Right? The question is, I am allowed to sharpen the knife on Yom Tov? Even to sharpen it. So that's the question. Let's see. Biur Mishnah Zayin. Explanation of Mishnah Zayin. En mashchizim et hasakin beyom tov. It says you're not allowed to sharpen the knife on Yom Tov. Do it beforehand. You want to we give you permission to shecht. Once we let you sharpen the knife, you say, oh, maybe I can make the knife. Or if the knife broke, maybe I can make the handle. So no. We don't give you permission for all of that. We only give you permission to what? To shecht. You want to eat in Yom Tov? So prepare everything beforehand. You cannot come and in Yom Tov start building a whole thing, sharpening the knife, preparing the knife. That's not possible. So it says, En mashchitim et hasakin b'Yom Tov. We do not allow you to sharpen the knife in Yom Tov. So if you don't have a sharpened knife, it looks like what? You cannot shecht. Not exactly. We'll see soon. B'mashchezet. We're not allowed to make you sharpen it in a tool that sharpens knife. They have a grinding stone, whatever it's called. Yeah? Mashchezet is the grinding stone. Sharezem kemetaken kli, because then it's like making the knife. We're not allowed you to make knives on Yom Tov. Aval masiya al gabei chavreta. But you know what we're allowed to do? You're allowed to take two knives. Yeah, you see the butchers do it all the time. Right? The butchers, and go that you're allowed to. Why? Because that's not the way you sharpen knives. In other words, do it in a different manner, so that you remember it's Yom Tov. Aval masiya al gabei chavreta. But you're allowed to ma'avira al gabei sakin cheret. You're allowed to touch two knives together. Sho'il ve'ein ze tikun gamur. Why we allow you to do it? Because that's not the usual way you would sharpen the knife. Ela kelachar yad. It looks like you're remembering Yom Tov. Mutar bechach. It is accepted. Ve'yesh mevarim atam lefi shemeshne mederech chol. And there are those who say, as long as you don't sharpen it the regular way, you show that it is Yom Tov, therefore it's allowed. Another thing. Lo yomar adam letabach b'Yom Tov. A person should not say to the butcher, to the guy who slaughters the meat on Yom Tov, shekoli bedinar basar. He's not allowed to come to the butcher. You remember, the butcher is the neighbor. He's telling me, I've got $50, give me meat. Give me meat, $50 worth. Not allowed to. Not allowed to. She'asur lifsok damim b'Yom Tov, because we have a rule. What is it? Dealing and winning in Yom Tov, that's not allowed. Says, I want this part, come after Yom Tov, and pay for whatever that part is. כמו ששנינו כבר משנה הקודמת, like we already explained in the previous Mishnah. עיין תוספות יום טוב, שתמה הלכה זו שחזרה משנתה כאן, שהרי משנה שנצחה. תוספות יום טוב ask a question. We already know this rule from the previous Mishnah. And he doesn't understand why it was put again, but whatever the reason it was put again. But, אבל שוחט הטבח ביום טוב, but the person is allowed to slaughter on יום טוב, ומחלקים ביניהן. and the people are going to divide amongst them. נתחי הבהמה, כדרך שרגילים לנתח את הבהמות. In other words, 2 parts. He cuts it to 2 parts and he gives each one its parts. כלומר, which means, שכל הרוצה לקחת בשר אומר לטבח, that anyone who wants to take a specific part of the cow says to the טבח, שייתן לו נתח או חצי נתח. It says, I want half a leg, I want half a rump, I want half this, half that. That you're allowed to do. A quarter of this, yeah, that you're allowed to do. ואינו מזכיר את דמיו. You're not allowed to mention, I want $50 worth, or I want $10 worth of meat. But you can say, I want half a leg, for example. Another thing we need to understand, בעניין הלשון שקולי, the Mishnah uses the word, if you translate it, it says give to me. Shekol means give, but shekol also means weigh to me. Weigh to me. Not give to me, not tenly. So בעניין הלשון שקולי, מפרש בעל תפארת ישראל, the תפארת ישראל says, שהכוונה היא באופן שמותר לשקול, it's in a manner that you're allowed to weigh, כגון ששוקל ומשער ביד. עיין תפארת ישראל, ששם המלאכה הזו בדרך כלל לגמרי. So it says, why does it say שקולי? It should say give me. It doesn't say, it shouldn't say שקולי, weigh to me. It says give me half a so. It says because over here you're talking with the butcher. That's his job. As soon as he picks up half a leg, he already knows the weight. Yeah, he's an expert. So by him, by a regular person, you give me half a leg. And he gives you, he has no idea how much it weighs. But by the butcher, when he gives you half a leg, just by picking it up, he knows, okay, this is 3.5 pounds. Here, to go ahead and take. That's why when it comes to a butcher, it doesn't say tenli, it says shekoli. Because even though it's not by weight, the fact that he picked it up, he already knows the weight. ויש מפרשים, there are those who explains, שקולי קחלי. Some say שקולי doesn't, it's not what I said just now, it means take it for me, or תן לי, or give to me. כמו שכל תיבותך בשדי החזירה, אוקיי? ויש גורסים, מכור לי בדינר בשר. There are those who says, sell to me in $1 meat. This is הר"ן, מגיש לנו, והרמב"ם כותב, the Rambam says, לא יאמר אדם לטבח, תן לי בדינר בשר. He learns it like us. You're not allowed to mention, give me, you're not even allowed to, so we said you're not allowed to, we said you're not allowed to say, give me $50 worth of meat. That we always says. But maybe he can come to the tabach, to the butcher, and says, give me the meat that is worth $5 a pound. You don't tell you how much. Yeah? Give me the meat. Maybe that you're allowed to say it. So the Rambam says, even that you're not allowed to say. Because once you say, okay.
Then it's turned into money. Turn it into okay, how much?
Yeah, it might start to yeah.
Make a woman.
Yeah. תן לי בדינר בשר, אלא תן לי חלק או חצי חלק. The only thing you're allowed to tell him, to the butcher, is give me a part, or give me this part, or give me half a part, or give me a quarter of the part. ולמחר עושים חשבון על שוויון. In other words, according to the Rambam, don't mention dollar amount at all. Not allowed to. Don't allow to mention dollar. I let you shecht, I let you divide the dollar amount next day. Don't talk about dollar amount, not about anything.